In this video, I want to show you a simple tweak that completely transforms a non-performing webinar into one that's really performing and even more profitable. Hi, my name is Terrence. I'm from Radical Marketing, and I just want to show you a case study of what we actually did just recently for a client that transformed his webinar from mediocre to fantastic. So let's hop into it. So let me show you first the stats. And as you can see, I've got this super awesome presentation skills because without my graphic designers, this is about the extent of my design skills. But anyway, you're here for my good looks and also for the content. So let's focus on the actual content. One change caused all this. As you can see on the left-hand side, we have the before stats, which is a CPL of $9.18. Not too bad. But compare that to after, where we got a CPL of cost per lead of $5.50. That's almost 80% less, or hang on, 40% less. Sorry, my maths. Obviously, I did not do really well in advanced maths in school. So there you go. And we had a increase in show-up rates from 29%, close to 30% to 36%. Okay, so that's pretty decent. 20% increase in show-up rates. Of course, that is not bad at all. But here we go. The landing page conversion rate. We increased that almost double from 13% to 24.7%. So that's a massive increase, which got me super excited. So that was really exciting. And the next thing is the ROAS. The ROAS increased from 2.35 to 2.97. Now, you may not think that this is a super fantastic increase, but let me give you a bit of background on the first webinar, because this guy is an influencer. He's got tons and tons of followers online, like 4 million followers or something crazy like that. I mean, that's more than the entire population of like a country almost. But here's the thing. What he was able to do in the first event was that he kind of just did some posts and freaking thousands of people just signed up for the webinar. So that kind of made the return on ad spend actually look much better. Because if you take away all those organic people and just focus on just the people who came from ads, I can confirm that we just broke even on the first round. So I should have put down the actual stat of 1 times ROAS. Whereas the second round, this is where we change things. And the ROAS here is based on people who have signed up using paid ads. There were a few people who came from organic, but the percentage was much, much lower. Like first round, I think 70% of buyers was from organic. Second round, it was 10% was from organic, right? That's a huge difference. And I think this is also a lesson for those people who are influencers out there. Like your first webinar may be fantastic because you got this big amount of followers, big lists and all that kind of stuff. So your ROAS may be fantastic, but that's not scalable. When you do it the second time, your ROAS will drop if you are taking all that organic people into consideration. Anyway, I'm just waffling on because I just want to give you a bit of background in regards to that. The other thing is that we actually increased the price. So the average or the value went from $6.97 to $9.97. So we increased the price of the product by 50%. And still we managed to get a better ROAS. And actually, in terms of numbers of sales, I think we actually got more as well. Yes, we got more because first round, despite that lower price point and similar ad spend, we got much less in terms of actual purchases. So bottom line is cheaper costs, more people showing up, better return on ad spend. Who doesn't like that, right? And we increased the price of the product. So you're thinking, tell me, Terrence, what caused this? How come you are so awesome? Well, thank you for asking. So let me explain to you what happened here. So after round one of webinars, we realized that a lot of people were commenting in the chat box and they were asking, hey man, does this apply to me if I am learning to use this skill in meetings, in presentations at my workplace? And actually in round one, the product was not geared for these people in the workplace. In round one, the product was geared for people who want to speak professionally or who are already speaking professionally. In round one, we did not cater for the people who were in corporate, who had regular meetings, who had regular presentations, and their careers, their families, their country depended on their presentation skills. The offer was not for these people. It was for the people who were TED Talk speakers, who were keynote speakers, who were basically making their money speaking in public. Those people were our target market in round one. So I spoke to the client. I said, hey, maybe we are targeting too small a crowd. Maybe we should expand it to include these people in corporate America who actually need the skill to advance their careers, to make an impression on their bosses, to not look like absolute fools in front of their colleagues, to not put their colleagues to sleep when they are making presentations. Maybe I'm doing that to you now, but I'm sorry, I didn't go through his course. But yeah, we should be focusing on those people. So I backed it up by doing some research. And in my research, I found that people who are actually in North America, which is his target market, who are actually making a living presenting in public at most was like 30,000 people. And those who aspire to become public speakers, if you add them all up, and the part-timers, right? Those people who actually speak in public part-time and the rest of the time, I don't know, they're Uber drivers or they're mowing their neighbors' lawns to pay the electricity bills. Well, those guys and plus the aspiring people, every one of them added up to altogether, there was only 200,000 in the whole of North America. And then we kind of did a bit of research to see how many people were actually needing this public speaking skill in meetings and presentations in corporate America. And roughly, according to Mr. ChatGPT, who is totally reliable and who I believe in, it gave me an estimation of 50 million people require this skill. So I'm like talking to the client. I said, dude, it's kind of really hard to target these 200,000 people. I know this, they're out there, but Facebook doesn't actually give us like, hey, target this interest so that you can speak to all the public speakers. There is not such an interest. There is motivational speaking, there's communication, stuff like that, but we're not really targeting those people. So why not let's try targeting this like 50 million people versus 200,000 people. I think total addressable market might be a little bit bigger. Well, that's exactly what we decided to do. Fair play to the client that he actually took our research, our feedback into account. And so we got into this and this is what we had to do, right? Number one, we completely redefined the avatar, swap the sexy, wonderful picture of a public speaker with a corporate guy who is equally good looking. And then we changed the topic of the webinar because we just had to cater for people who are now presenting in the boardroom scenario or in daily meetings at work. And we had to change the offer as well because in phase one, we were offering this how to speak effectively in front of hundreds of people kind of stage on TEDx talks and stuff like that. So yeah, we had to change the offer to a course that teaches people how to speak in boardrooms, how to structure presentations so you don't bore the crap out of your colleagues and that you impress your boss so much that he invites you for dinner on the weekend to his house with his wife and his kids. That was what we had to create in terms of the offer. And of course, on our side, we had to redo every single piece of marketing content because all the emails or the landing pages or the ads were catered towards people who actually make a living speaking in public. But we had to change that to people who are presenting in a boardroom. So we had to do everything from scratch, which was a lot of work and we had to do it within 2 weeks, but we managed to do it. And so we got this fantastic result. Clients happy, we're happy, everybody's happy. It's like a happy Christmas party, I guess, for everyone. So I hope you enjoyed this video. And if your webinar's not performing, maybe you can look at doing a tweak like this. Change around topic, change around the avatar you're targeting, and maybe you can get better results from it. Now, if you think that's all too hard and you want someone who is super professional that has over 10 years experience doing this kind of stuff and to run all your ads, build all your funnels and make it like super professional looking and make lots of money for you so that you can do whatever you want, like go on a tropical beach and just spend all your profits there and enjoy your life, then please feel free to reach out to us. Let's have a chat and see if we got a good fit working together. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you check out our other videos because they're all super awesome. All right, see you then.